When you see that field of blue, you know it can be only one place in the world. Boise, Idaho, on the campus of Boise State and home to the fabled giant killers, the Boise State Broncos. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the San Diego State Aztecs, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Boise State Broncos. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Aztecs will boot it away to start the game. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Line gets set. First down. They'll try the run. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Dropping back, it's Cobb. Fires one high and deep. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Quarterback checking the play. They go to the ground. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run. Showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll try the left side. Oh, the Houdini-like moves get it to the 22.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
3rd and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? Wide receiver shows motion. With jet sweep pass. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming in on the inside.
A simple play, simple gain, get that first down. That's all that matters. I don't try to trick. I go back to what I know I do really, really well.
And the Broncos have this offense rolling. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Using the quick game. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Wide out in motion. They'll go to the ground. Pushes ahead for a pickup of 1 down to the 13.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
It's complete on the right side. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before they'll recycle that down marker.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the third down, now setting up 1st and goal.
Wide receiver's going to get a shot at it on 1st and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Quarterback checking off. Looking downfield. It's Cobb. Unleashes to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Oh, what a missed opportunity for that interception. Yes, I know he gets the pass breakup, but he had a chance to finish things off, and he really didn't get it done. But there's a reason he plays defense. You know, they put the guys on offense that can actually catch.
Ready, go! Slide 22. Slide 22.
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Feeling some heat. He makes a catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos.
What a nice job by the offense. First drive of the game, they matriculated down the field, put themselves in a goal-to-go situation on 3rd down. It's not going to be easy throwing it, but they win the matchup. Accurate throw, they get paid.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here's the return from inside his 10. Slips through the line. Got a little room. Can they catch him? He will score. Touchdown, San Diego State. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. To the air, it's Pop. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Right down the middle. Fires into traffic, intercepted. He was looking for a little more on that return, but he hands this offense a short field at the 35.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. And that throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. That's caught. It's Thomas. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
He wants to throw. Good timing on the quick out. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
And the Aztecs will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
He'll run it to the right here and try to get it into the end zone. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Aztecs! And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give to the back. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the 1st quarter.
Brings up 2nd down.
Got it.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, San Diego State 14, Boise State 7.
Okay, ready?
2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. From the gun, running back gets the give. And the ball's loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
The Aztecs offense ready to go back to work. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking.
Just steamrolling his way through. Touchdown, San Diego State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Back to pass, it's Cobb. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. The Broncos want to move quickly.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Finds the tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Setting up the screen. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense set for a 1st down play.
Yankee blue. Yankee blue. Hornet. Hornet. Here we go.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Throws for the tight end. Connection to the right. He's off to the races. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Comes out throwing on first down. Quickly complete. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
He wants to throw it again. But a little time, lets it go. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Third and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. They'll try to run for it. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
Man, this offense continues to do such a great job on third down. One of the best in the country at it, and the reason why, they keep it manageable most of the time. Third and short, they can run the football, be physical, convert first downs. This offense has been so good on third downs.
Fast motion from the offense. Might as well give it to him again. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
Maybe can be a little more aggressive here after the offsides penalty. It's 1st and 5. From the red zone, looking for a man. Quick completion on the out route. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
It's hard to run a route or get lost near the sidelines and understand exactly where you're at. Nice job understanding I'm starting to get close to the sidelines, throttling down a little bit, catching the football and making sure I was in bounds.
On the move, it's Harris. Finally run out of bounds, but he has his offense rolling with a first down.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice game, this time on the ground.
And the Broncos have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Quarterback sneak looking for just a sliver of daylight.
And this is the area of the field where it gets really, really tough. Because the red zone, you know you got to run the football more. Well, this defense is #1 in the nation against the run. So I look for this offense to be more physical, be creative, try to find ways to run the ball against this defense that is so dynamic.
Okay, ready?
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Handoff to the fullback. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Boise State.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Guys, we're about to get another look at this San Diego State offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to...
Running toward the tape. Quarterback gets past the marker. Inside the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Aztecs. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Vanderbilt has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe there in Nashville. They're up by just one over Alabama. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Getting some heat. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
Defensively, you got them backed up. There's two options that they're going to do. They're going to run the football and be conservative, or they're going to try to take shots down the field. They tried to take a shot. Defense was ready. Nice pass rush. Way to get to the QB and get after that sucker.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He lobs one high down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that pass is intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring in the first half. Before then, they can get another score. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, San Diego State. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He goes out of bounds on that return right at the 20-yard line. Boise State ready to send out that offense. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
He's going to pass. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Back to throw, it's Cobb. Going to take a shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Running back goes in motion. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
And another mistake from this quarterback. That's back-to-back drives now that have resulted in interceptions. He's got to find a way to find something different, get in a better rhythm, start seeing the field better, Palmer, because he's not in a flow right now.
No, David, it looks like he's forcing the football a little bit, maybe trying to make up for that interception.
Looking for the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
Oh, and that's a missed opportunity for the offense. You get the matchup you want, you take the shot, the play's there to be made for a touchdown, and he drops it.
Quarterback moving. He'll try to do it himself. Got room at the 35. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
Now from inside the red zone. Makes the grab on the left. Touchdown Aztecs! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
On the run from inside his own 5. Makes a move. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield, it's Cobb. He'll take the deep shot. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, San Diego State.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Counts on their opponent with the lead in the second half, trying to steal a possession, but give the return team credit. They may not have been set up perfectly for that onside kick, but they're Johnny on the spot, and now their offense is licking their chops, hoping to go down and score.
San Diego State takes over as the offense is ready to go to work. He's going for it all. And it's caught inside the 15. Touchdown Aztecs! And the route is on.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And they did tack on the extra point. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Boise State, 14.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down.
And your Boise State Broncos will take over 1st and 10.
Offense making its way under the field to start the drive. On the ground, it's Harris. Maybe picked up a couple as he gets to the 14.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. To the ground to try to pick up the first. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
I'll tell you, man, analytics in college football now are changing the way coaches think about down and distances. And listen, I know there are probably some metrics out there that say you should go for it in that situation because the percentages are telling you you got a good shot at keeping the football and keeping possession. That time, though, they're not able to come up with it. And they've now given up the football with their backs to the wall. The defense now is going to have to dig them out of this hole.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. He'll keep it himself. Touchdown, San Diego State! And the stomping has commenced.
Well, they go back to the option play. Now, this is the 2nd time, Paul, this QB has scored running this scheme offensively.
Yeah, and as a defense, you got to understand when you're playing the option, it's responsibility football. I got to stop my assignment. I can't get caught in somebody else's business. You could tell this defense not really ready for this quarterback run game. They better figure it out, or it's going to be a long game.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. The run from the shotgun. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Gives it to the back on the draw. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
And had nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter.
And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive.
And when it's 3rd and so long, it's very predictable. I'm bringing more DBs on the field. I'm bringing more speed. I know you're going to pass the football. Offenses have to be aggressive. They have to take shots. They did it there. The defense makes the big play.
Quickly to the tight end. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball.
Touchdown Aztecs! And the pummeling has started.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
70. Boise State, 14.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Boise State has it back ready to go to work on offense. Mistakes are going to happen as they did on that last drive. Now how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Got it in the middle. It's Santos. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together.
San Diego State.
Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Gets it out fast. There to make the stop, and we've played 3 in this one.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, San Diego State 70, Boise State 14.
First down to start the drive after the break. Power football with the run.
The ball carrier is a runback. Brought down at the 39-yard line.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He just couldn't hold his water long enough in the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Back to pass, it's Cobb. He's going to throw deep right side. And it's caught inside the 20. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
Great throw, great catch. I know you smelt the pylon and you wanted to get in the end zone, but now you got 1st and goal, set up in a great position to succeed.
Spider. 4-2 Spider.
They'll try to slam it in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Loss of 1 on the play. It's now 2nd and goal.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. They still do count it for 6. The AT unit on the field. The fake and a little shuffle. He's not quite going to get there, and the try for 2 fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. Not much drives more anxiety than... Oh, it's loose. State ready to send out that offense. Leaves it with the running back.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Back to throw. It's Cobb. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. Taking it the other way. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, San Diego State. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Vanderbilt is down big on the scoreboard, and for a program that traditionally struggles to score, I think we know where this one is headed. They're trailing by 24 to Alabama. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The give to the tailback. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not tapping it.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Makes the grab down the left side. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
Back to throw, it's Cobb. Oh, he loves to fire downfield.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
At this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. Kick comes up a little short, and now he's thinking kick 6.
And I love that the field goal block unit was prepared. They had a guy back deep. They understood it was a long field goal. And, Jesse, how about making a play as a field goal kick team, basically a kickoff team, going and making a tackle?
Yeah, they were saying, we're not doing kick 6. This isn't Auburn, Alabama back in the day. And the big fellas up front, it's the offensive linemen that have to get out there and make a tackle. You're right, that was impressive.
They finally get him on the ground with a big running play moves to change for the first down. The Aztecs want to pick up the tempo. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. And the Aztecs will line it up on 1st and 10. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Hit the gas, kid. Oh, and after the big gain, the ball's loose. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Looking to the big tight end. Got him downfield. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the 1. And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? Touchdown, Aztecs! And the punishment has been extended. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th. The fake, and he wants to throw. He makes the catch in the end zone, and that trickery works to perfection for the 2. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Out of the end zone. Sometimes you just have to take the touchback. They get him down at the 4-yard line. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever.
Looking deep down the right side. Oh, picked off. Oh, you could just feel it. He wanted to make that a big return, but his offense will come out and take over at the 44. Looking for a productive play on first down. Going to the ground. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. The Aztecs want to crank the tempo. Looking to move it through the air. Quarterback now breaking the field. He's got it. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. A first down run in the red zone. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. They'll throw it on first down. He's going up top here late in the game. Played till the final whistle. It falls incomplete, and that's the ball game. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a